What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Truex, the Sports Junkie, and welcome to the NBS Fantasy Football Show, the Stardom Cinema Show. Of course, I got the homie in the building. What up, Keo?
What's good, man? Stardom System show. Man, I need to get over this damn hump, man. It's been horrible. But yeah,
No
man,
doubt.
this is our morning fantasy football show. We normally don't go live, but we decided to go live, man. So make sure you go subscribe to the channel. Oh, and make sure you subscribe to our new TikTok channel, man. X, go ahead, give them the information for that.
MBS dot Central, man. MBS dot Central on TikTok, man. Listen. The videos are doing well already, man. We appreciate everybody, but y'all definitely go, send us a request. We're gonna definitely add y'all. Any question that you have about fantasy football, any sports question. If you want to come on here and talk sports with us, let us know. But with that being said, Keo, we went live because we want to help you with your starting lineup. Right now in the MBS League, your boy, the GOAT, is 2-0, going for 3-0. Keo, how you doing in MBS, man?
You know how I'm doing. I'm 0 and 2.
Well, hopefully today we get you back onto the winning streak. All right, we're not going to talk about the Patriots and Jets. That game happened on Thursday night. Hopefully you started the Jets defense. Hopefully you did not start Ramondre Stevenson. Wow, zero in some leagues, minus your points in other leagues. Hopefully you didn't start him. And hopefully you didn't start Jacoby Brissett. Aaron Rodgers had a good game. Brees Hall had a good game. Your boy Garrett Wilson finally had a decent game. So you're off to a good start, but we're gonna help you to push through and hopefully get you that dub. So out the gate, if this is your first time on the show, man, tune it in. Excuse me, you automatically start all studs. If you got a stud, you start them. We're gonna tell you guys that we like outside of the studs. So let's go into quarterbacks. Keo, top five quarterbacks on the day, according to Keo.
Number 5 for me. I'm going with Jared Goff against Arizona. Jared Goff against Arizona. Goff hasn't had the game that we've been looking for, but he's a definitely top 5 start against Arizona's defense. Hopefully he gets it together. Hopefully he starts throwing to Sam Laporta because I got him on my team, so I need that from Mr. Jared Goff. But I got him at number 5 right now. Coming in at number 4 for me, I'm going with my guy Baker Mayfield, man.
Oh,
Baker
you
Mayfield
know,
from um I got him at 4. Number 3, I'm going with Kyler Murray at 3. Um yeah, I like Kyler and the Detroit matchup. Number 2, I am going with Jaden Daniels once again in my top 5, the third straight week, despite what people say about him. And last but not least, number 1, Derek Carr, number 1 guy, man, in
wow.
fantasy.
All right, hey, if you
Give
like
me
what Keo,
give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna reset my audio really quick. But go
it's
ahead.
all good. Go ahead, do you think? If you like what Keo said, hey, look, go ahead and rock with that. I'm going to tell you some guys that I personally would start. I do like Jared Goff and Kyler Murray, so I'm not including them in my top five. I'll talk about that. Well, I'll say it now. I think it's the highest scoring game of the day. So you definitely want to start those two guys. But outside of those two guys and the elite guys like the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, the Joe Burrows, the Lamar Jacksons, those guys you know you start. But coming number five for me is a guy that a lot of people gave up on. I'm going Sam Darnold. You know he got Jettas. You know that. He got Aaron Jones. I like what he did last week versus the 49ers. This week, they got Houston. Houston, I expect to score some points against them, But on the back end, I do think the Vikings score points. I think Sam Darnold's a solid start to this week versus the Houston Texans. Coming in number 4, look, Garner Minshew. I know y'all might be thinking like X you wildin', but Garner Minshew versus the Carolina Panthers, easy start. No brainer to me. I have no issue somebody starting Garner Minshew in a 2 quarterback league, or somebody like Sam Darnold as well, in a 2 quarterback league. If you have to start 2 quarterbacks, Garner Minshew would be a great start today. Another guy I really like, I know they're going up against the defending champs, but Kirk Cousins. He's starting to find his way. I like the way he ended the game last week versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Kirk Cousins going up against the Kansas City Chiefs tonight. I think Kirk Cousins has a really good game tonight versus the Chiefs. So I would go ahead and start him. I love the way he ended. Number 2, I know a lot of people was giving up on this guy, but if he can't get it done today, then when is he ever going to get it done? I'm going Deshaun Watson versus the New York Giants. Deshaun has weapons. He has to make it happen. Let me add Keo real quick to the broadcast. And now we good. All right. So Deshaun Watson comes in number 2. But number 1 is the guy that's number 1 in fantasy football right now at quarterback. And that's none other than Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is number 1 for me today. He gets to go against the Denver Broncos. Why would I not start Baker Mayfield? He's done great so far every week. I'm going Baker at number 1. All right. What up, Bumpy? That's my dog. That's my dog right there, man. But Keo, let's get to these running backs real quick.
Okay. My running backs for this week, man. I'm going with Tony Pollard at number 5. You know, you've been wrong about him so far because you on
I have.
that Tajay Spears hype. And he's been producing though, so I like what I've seen from Tony Pollard so far. Number 4 for me, I'm gonna go with um I'm going with DeAndre Swift at number 4, man. Um I think they got to get the running game going to, help Caleb Williams out. So I'm not going to put all the fault on Caleb. DeAndre, he has been struggling though, but I think he can get it going this week, and this weekend is a perfect opportunity for him. So I got him at 4. 3, I'm gonna go with Rashad White, man. I got Rashad White on my team going against Stanford. This is a game that he could have a huge week for him. So I'm expecting to have a huge week today. I expect him to run the ball a lot in this game. So I got him at number 3. Um, Number 2 for me, I'm gonna go with Brian Robinson
I like
from
that
the
one. I
Washington
like that.
Commanders. Yeah, I like Brian Robinson. Definitely in this matchup. I think fantasy owners should look out for him in this game, and I think he's going to be really effective in this game. Number 1 guy for me, man, it's J.K. Dobbins, man. Number 1, man.
Wow.
I um he's had a huge game, man. One of the concerns that I had was injuries, man. He's been running at will. He's been scoring also, and they were relying a lot on him in this throughout the first 2 weeks so far in this season. So I'm going with J.K. Dobbins as my number 1 guy to start.
Okay, so before I even start my top 5, I love J.K. Dobbins. He's on my fantasy team. He's on a few fantasy teams of mine. I am concerned about playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, but to your point, Justin Herbert is active today, but he's banged up. So they may try to rely even more on the running game and him and Gus Edwards. So you may be right. I'm not putting him in my top 5, though. Number 5 for me, no Joe Mixon. I'm going with Cam Akers, man. I think Cam Akers could do some things in this Houston Texans offense. I expect him to have a decent game. Cam Akers is very talented. We never questioned his talent. It's just I don't know why he can't fit in with every other team that he's been on. There's been rumblings in the locker room, but I think he has a good game today. That's a very potent offense. So I'm gonna go Cam Akers at 5. At number 4, I'm going Zach Moss. Tomorrow, I think we may see an offensive explosion from the Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, you go ahead and start Joe Burrow. You start Jamar Chase. We know that. But Zach Moss, I think he's gonna have a good game tomorrow. So I got him at number 4. At number 3, man, I swear, until the Panthers prove me wrong, I'm starting every running back, every quarterback versus the Panthers. I got Zamir White. Zamir White going up against the Carolina Panthers. I gotta start him. I can't sit here and say to myself, I'm not starting a guy going up against the Carolina Panthers. I know they made the switch to Sam Darnold at quarterback. They're looking for maybe a little boost of morale in that locker room. But I'm starting everybody against Carolina. Number 2, I got Zach Charbonnet. Um, Again, no Walker for the Seahawks. I think this kid's gonna have another big game. Followed by the number 1 guy with no CMC. I'm talking about Jordan Mason. Why would I not start Jordan Mason? He has filled in great for CMC, and I just think it's a no-brainer for me. Jordan Mason for sure. My man said Andy Dalton, not Sam Darnold. That's Yvonne. You wilding with that one. I'll start Sam Darnold all day in that shootout over Andy Dalton. Come on. Don't do that. Don't do that, Bumpy. All right. Let's move on to the wide receiver skill. Who's in your top 5?
Brandon Ayuk at number 5, man.
That's a great start to your list.
No, no George Kittle, no McCaffrey, no Debo.
Facts.
We're you got Brock Purdy though, but Brock Purdy actually leading the league in passing yards right now, man. So I think Brock, he's gonna actually be throwing the ball a lot in this game. Um, and they're going against a Rams defense who's been banged up from both sides of the ball. So I like Ayuk to go
Facts.
off today at number 5, man. Coming in at number 4 for me, I'm gonna go with Rashid Shaheed, man. He's been killing it.
Oh, who that?
He's been killing it right now, man. So Shaheed definitely at 4. Number 3 for me, I'm gonna go with Jameson Williams, man. Jameson Williams has actually been taking targets away um um J- from Sam Laporta, and Goff's still been going to him. So I got him at number 3 for this week. Number 2 guy for me, man, I'm gonna go with George Pickens at number 3. Good matchup against, you know, he had a tough matchup against Denver. You're going against Patrick Surtain, however you want to call it. But I expect him to have a good week this weekend today. So I got Pickens at number 2, and rounding off my number 1 list, man, I'm going with Zay Flowers, number 1, man. Going against that Cowboys defense, man.
Yeah.
I did the Ravens gonna score against the Cowboys. So if Lamar can't throw it to those receivers and make it look good, then I don't know what to say about one of the best running backs in the league.
Okay. Hey, I'm not even mad. Wait, what?
Yeah, I
Y'all
said
so
that.
disrespectful. Y'all so disrespectful. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. All right. Well, let me give you my top 5. I'm going to start with a guy I just said, offensive explosion. If you haven't yet, share the broadcast, man. We try to help every fantasy owner out there. And if not, I'll tell you this, man. Just the support we would definitely appreciate. But coming in number 5, and to answer your question, I would go James Cook for sure with J.K. Dobbins, and I love J.K. Dobbins. But Cook to me is a no-brainer. But I'll answer some questions on the back end. But number 5, I'm going T. Higgins. He's finally back. Hey, listen, You know you got Jamar Chase on the one side. You got Gesicki, who's been playing pretty well. Burrow will get to T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins, I would start him. I think he's healthy. I think he's going to have a good game today. And you know he's looking for that big contract, whether it's from the Bengals or from somebody else. I think he shows why he deserves it. Maybe, a team like Carolina can go after T. Higgins. I don't know if he'd want to go there, but, it is what it is. He wants his payday. All right, number 4, I'm with you, Keo, Jameson Williams. Why would I not start Jameson Williams? We know Amon-Ra St. Brown is a stud, but Jameson Williams has broken out this first few games, and I really like me some Jameson Williams. Coming in number 3, listen, after week 1, there was a lot of people selling this guy low. Boy, the very next week, everything changed. We're talking about the phenom, the rookie sensation, Marvin Harrison Jr. You got to start him. He might be into that realm of a must start every week just because of the potential we saw just a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going Marvin Harrison at number 3. At number 2, I know everybody's been talking about Rashid Shaheed. I think it's finally time Chris Olave, becomes that guy. I think Chris Olave has a big game today versus the Philadelphia Eagles, so I'm going with him at number 2. But number 1, Keo, I gave you praise for you, number 5. The only problem is he should have been number 1, and I am talking about Brandon Ayuk. Must start today. I know he's not in that elite category, but for today, I would start Brandon Ayuk over a lot of guys that are studs. That's how much I believe in him. If you want me to answer this real quick, Keo, I saw you pulled it up. Start Waddle and Dunze, Dobbs, Watson, or Doddle. If I had to start one out of those, I don't love any of them, but I would start Waddle. What you think, Keo? And I don't even like his quarterback, so that says a lot.
Jalen Waddle. I like
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle, especially in PPR formats.
Yeah, and you gotta think you got Tyreek on the other side, so you gotta respect that. So that's what I would go with. But I don't love any option. All right, Keo, let's go to the tight ends real quick. Let's knock that out. Top 5 tight ends on the day.
Top 5 tight ends for today, man. Tight ends has been really
Yes.
shaky as of late, man. This was announced earlier this morning. So Taysom Hill, he will not be playing today. He will not be available today. So that's for Taysom Hill. Number 5 for me, I'm gonna go with Joe Smith at number 5 against Seattle. I think they're going to be focused on Tyreek and Jalen a lot, so I'm gonna go at 5. Number 4, I'm going with Mike Gesicki. Um, um, I'm not sure what's the stats with T Higgins and the hamstring issue, but if he plays, I think if he doesn't play, then it's a must start, especially against a defense like Washington. So I got him at 4. Number 3, I got Isaiah Likely at 3, man. Obviously going against the Cowboys defense, a lot of people are not high on the Cowboys after what happened this past weekend. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Kyle Pitts, man. Kyle Pitts, I expect him to have a huge game today against the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are gonna focus on those wide receivers, so it's gonna open up a lot of disadvantages on the defensive side against Kyle Pitts. And number 1, man, I'm going with my guy, Jake Ferguson, man. I know the defense going to be focused on CD Lamb. Jake Ferguson is one of the most underrated tight ends last year in fantasy. Like, you look at his numbers, he's been a solid tight end, so I think he's a solid start. Definitely at number 1.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I think I said I'm gonna let you say it later on. I said my highest scoring game. I'm gonna say my lowest scoring game. I'm going Pat Fryermuth at number 5. I do think that's the lowest scoring game of the day, the Chargers and the Steelers. But I think that your tight end is gonna be valuable in this game because it's gonna be such a low scoring game. It's not gonna be like big plays. It'll be a lot of short plays. I think Fryermuth catches like 5 balls, so I'm gonna go Fryermuth at number 5. At number 4. No A.J. Brown. No A.J. Brown. I'm going Dallas Goedert. Somebody else got to pick up the slack. So I'm going to go Dallas Goedert. I think he can have a good game. At number 3, I got Dalton Kincaid. Can Kincaid finally take that next step? We all been waiting for it. No Gabe Davis. No Stephon Diggs. We're waiting as fantasy owners for Stephon Diggs to take that next. I'm not Stephon Diggs. Dalton Kincaid to take that next step. It's time to take that next step. Coming number two, I'm with you, Keo, Isaiah Likely. I like Isaiah Likely, man. I know he didn't play well last week, but I do think he bounces back this week. I think he has a really good game, so I'm going Isaiah Likely. But at number one, another rookie, Brock Bowers, man. I like him a lot. I'm telling y'all, going against the Panthers, hey, the Panthers will have to show me something before I stop starting the guys that's going against them. So I got Brock Bowers. What up, Lou Castro, man? We definitely appreciate you coming through and showing some support, no doubt. All right, Keo, let's go with the defenses, top five defenses on the day.
Defenses, man. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the defense, but a defense that I definitely would start just at five. I'm going with the Bears against the Colts. Number four, I'm going with the Packers against the Tennessee Titans. Number three, I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks versus the Miami Dolphins. Number two, I'm going with the 49ers versus the LA Rams. And my number one defense to start, I'm going with Tampa Bay as the number one defense to start that week. Just hear me out really quick though. When you say why are you picking Tampa Bay? So Denver has only scored one offensive touchdown in 2 games. Bo Nix has been sacked 4 times and has thrown 4 interceptions. This could be a
That's
good
your man. That's
choice.
your man.
Bo Nix ain't my man. Um, uh, you know, uh, Tampa Bay had 2 interceptions in week 2 against Jared Goff, holding the Lions to 16 points. So that's one of the reasons why I am picking Tampa Bay to start. When you have things like that happening, people not talking about Tampa Bay's defense, man. You all that stuff about Baker's great, but defense getting credit, and they lost a bunch of defensive players this
They
season too. So
did.
that's
They did.
definitely a win.
Okay, I don't have none of those. And I'm gonna say no. I don't think I do. I don't think I had any of the defense that you said. Coming in number five, I got the Green Bay Packers going against the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis, man, he hits a big play every now and then, but I'm just not a Will Levis guy. I think the Packers defense has shown up every week, except I mean not every week, but the last week versus the Colts. The first week they played okay versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they have a good game against the Titans today. And number four, I told you, man, Raiders versus Panthers. Give me the Raiders defense. I don't care if it's Andy Dalton. I don't care if it's Bryce Young. I don't care if it's Keo going to play quarterback. Until the Panthers show me something, I'm starting the defenses that play against them. So I'm going with the Raiders at number four. At number three and number two is the lowest scoring game of the day. I got the Chargers and the Steelers. I really don't think either team gets past 17 today. I would be shocked if these teams got past 17. It may happen, especially with Justin Herbert banged up. So yeah, I got that as my two and three. Number one, man, I got the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns going up against the New York Giants. Daniel Jones, man, golly. He's just not that guy. Sorry, Vada. Sorry, all the New York Giant fans out there. He's not that guy. I know y'all know that. And then, my dog, shout out to Malik Neighbors. He dropped a big drop. Like, he had a big drop last week that could have maybe given the Giants the dub. So I'm going to say the Browns have a really good game today. I tell you, I like Deshaun Watson as well. So I think the Browns, this might be the blowout of the week. Blowout. I'm just putting it
Wow.
out there. All right. Kickers, Keo. We'll go through this real quick. Kickers.
Bren, I got Ben Groupie, Group. I can't believe I said Groupie. Ben Group. I got Dustin Hopkins. I have Jason Myers. I like Brandon Aubrey from the Cowboys, and last but not least, my number one guy, I got Evan McPherson from the
Oh,
Bengals.
okay. So I got Group, McPherson, Aubrey. I'm with you. I got Butker, and I got Bates. from the Lions. So that's my top 5 today. All right, we'll get to this quick, man. What's your highest scoring game of the day, Keo?
Highest scoring game of the day. I'm gonna go with the Arizona game. Arizona and Detroit.
Yeah, I agree with you. If there's another game I think that might be high scoring is the Chiefs and the Falcons. I think that one could be high scoring as well, but I think the Lions and the Cardinals could be very high scoring. What's the lowest scoring game of the day, Keo?
The game that you I got the game you just mentioned, the Pittsburgh game.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. Same as me. Same as me. All right, Keo, let's do this. Start 5. I name 5. You name 5. I'll go first. I'm gonna go first. Normally, I know you go first, but I'm gonna go first. Would you start Justin Herbert today versus the Steelers, knowing that for one he's injured or he's hurt and he's playing despite it, and then going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense?
I would start him.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I would start him.
He got more confidence than me, y'all. I would sit him. So if I have another option like a Baker Mayfield, I would definitely start Baker Mayfield over Justin Herbert, and I wouldn't even think twice about it. Or a Deshaun Watson, Kirk Cousins, even Gardner Minshew, I would start over him. Just I'm not confident.
Hell no.
All right. Miles Sanders. What you think?
No. No, 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 no.
So you sent them. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. This was for my dog Yvonne, man. He only had 2 catches week 1. They were for touchdowns. He had 2 catches last week, but they were for nothing pretty much. Are you starting Xavier Worthy? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm starting him. Best option is the flex.
Okay, okay. I would sit him. 2 catches. I mean, he has to score touchdowns for that to be effective. All right. Kobe Parkinson from the Rams. We know they have a bunch of injuries. Would you start him today? Tight end.
Yes, I would start him. I think
Okay.
that's Stafford's favorite weapon for now.
Okay, and last but not least, he gets to play against his former team. You don't like him. Yvonne don't like him. C don't like him. Reek don't like him. The whole FBS squad don't like him. Except for the sports junkie. Gabe Davis versus the Buffalo Bills. Are you starting or sitting him?
I'm starting him.
Oh!
Yeah, I think he'll have a solid game though, man, going against his former team. So I think he'll have a solid game.
Okay, okay, your turn. Let's go.
All right. Jawan Jennings, man, from the 49ers.
I'm starting him. I'm starting him. I actually picked him up in the league. And, I have him on my bench, but I'm gonna start him. If I
All
if I
right.
didn't have the weapons I have, I would start him.
All right. Next guy we got Daniel Jones.
Bro, hell no. I wouldn't start Daniel Jones over. I would start Andy Dalton over Daniel Jones.
You starting Jacoby Brissett over Daniel Jones?
Well, Jacoby Brissett already played. I would have though.
No, no,
I would
no.
have. I would have.
Hell no.
I'm not starting Daniel Jones, bro.
All right. Next guy, Zach Moss.
Yeah, I have him in my top 5. I think he's gonna have a big game.
All right. Next one up. We got Jerry Judy.
Yeah, yeah. I like Cleveland today a lot. I think they got to wake
Jerry
up to it.
Judy.
You broke it up? What's up?
Okay. All right. All right. Last but no, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. Last but not least, Shakir.
Yeah, I'm actually starting him in the MVS league over Jaden Reed. So you know I'm not stunting.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm actually right. Jaden Reed is my guy. So you know I'm not playing around with this one. All right. Let's get to the media questions real quick. I know the games are about to start, or they did start. Real quick, Mel wants to know: Gabe Davis or Jalen Waddle?
Gabe Davis.
I'm with Keel. I know people might think we're bugging. I'm going Gabe Davis on this one. I think Gabe Davis, they're going to try to get him the ball today. I think he's going to have a good game. All right. My dog Derek wants to know, Justin Herbert or Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford don't have no weapons.
Justin Herbert.
Man, I think I'm gonna go Matthew Stafford. That's bad,
I knew
but
you would.
I don't like his weapons. Those two guys I really want to stay away from. But Derek, man, I would start Stafford. But Keel said Herbert. Do what you think. Flip a coin. All right, my dog Pete wants to know. With Mixon out, should he go Zamir White or Cam Akers as his flex?
Zamir White. Cam Akers fumbled the ball. They kind of took him out the game afterwards last week. I'm going with Zamir White.
Yeah, I'm going Zamir White too. I like Cam Akers, but I had Zamir White slightly above him in my top 5 this week. So yeah, I'll go Zamir White. All right, Alonzo. My dog Alonzo wants to know: would you go with Mark Andrews or Brock Bowers at tight end today?
Brock Bowers. I'm going with the hot hand right now. He's dealing with likely on the others on his team, so that's going to take production away from him. So yeah.
Looks though I don't know who you have at your flex, big dog, but I'll tell you this. I know Andrews hasn't come through. I would try to start both of them, but if you just as far as tight end, I would go Bowers, but I would try to start Andrews unless I have a fire flex play. All right, and then finally, but last but not least, my girl Mika wants to know: Brandon Ayuk, Scary Terry, and Higgins and T. Higgins. Pick two.
I don't need to think twice about this. I'm going with Brandon Ayuk, man.
No, you gotta pick two though. She wants you to pick
Oh,
two.
Ayuk and Terry McLaurin.
Okay. I like all three of them today, but I'm gonna go Ayuk and Higgins. Ayuk and Higgins. I think I would weigh more towards that side. I like Scary Terry, but no, not over Higgins. All right, Keo. If anybody wants to ask us a question real quick, go ahead and ask us or hit us up in our social medias. Real quick, Keo. Games are about to start, or they did start, because I don't have the time in front of me. Here we go. Keo, who is your dud of the week?
Matthew Stafford is my dud of the week.
Wow.
He has no weapons at all, man. I just don't know what they're gonna do and I know the Niners are pissed off right now, and that defense is looking good. And Hufanga, the safety, is returning today, so that's good for the Niners. So Stafford as my dud.
Shout out to my dog, man, Fuse. What up, my boy? I gotta actually hit you and Jasper up about my dog Fuse. Me and Fuse been talking about some stuff. Y'all go check out his podcast too, man. Fourth quarter mentality. Um, he trained Malik Neighbors, but I got Malik Neighbors as the bust of the day. I don't think he has a great game today. I think he struggles. Denzel Ward and company, they'll keep him out the end zone. He will not have the game he had last week. So I've got Malik Neighbors as my dud of the week. But shout out to him, man. Lafayette, stand up. Y'all know it hurt me to say that, but I gotta always be truthful on this show. On any show I gotta be on. All right. Who's your sleeper of the week?
Jawan Jennings from the
Fire.
49ers.
Fire.
Um, yeah, I think he will be a sleeper of the week. I think Purdy will look for him a lot, and he's has made big plays for Purdy when they needed him, and this is a huge opportunity for him. So, I got Jawan Jennings as my sleeper of the week.
Okay, mine. We talked about. I got Gabe Davis. I think everybody talks bad about him. Oh, he's a one-trick pony. Josh Allen made him this and that. But I got Gabe Davis. I think Gabe Davis is a really good game today. All right, Keo. The best segment of the show. Who is your stud of the week?
Lamar Jackson is my stud of the week.
Wow.
Lamar Jackson is gonna go crazy on the Dallas Cowboys defense. Yeah, man, they gonna have a hard time with defending Lamar Jackson today. I got Lamar as my stud of the week. I think he'll give you at least 35 to 40 fantasy points today.
Okay. Well, my stud of the week, we've been raving about him all show long. If you've been tuned in, which we definitely appreciate, then you know who it is with me. I'm going Brandon Ayuk. I think Brandon Ayuk goes crazy for the Niners today. I'm talking about multiple scores. I'm talking about over 100 yards, maybe a buck 50. I think he goes crazy against the Rams today. And I got Brandon Ayuk as my stud of the week. With that being said, everybody that's live and in here, man, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. Look, the game started. Deshaun Watson already threw a touchdown pass. I'm telling y'all, the Browns are about to explode this week. I'm trying to tell y'all.
I
Listen
could
to me,
have
bro.
sworn a couple weeks ago you guys were talking crazy about the
Hey,
Deshaun.
hey, hey,
But
hey.
guess who was defending Deshaun? Yours truly.
Yeah, you was. I'll give you your props on that. All right, but if you haven't yet, go subscribe to the brand, man. MBS Central on YouTube, man. The numbers are going up. We definitely appreciate y'all. We work extremely hard. My man Keo, man, he's always in the lab working, man, putting together fire stuff. So shout out to my brother Jasper. Keo, let's get to these shout outs real quick before we wrap this up.
Yo, shout out to X Man. Shout out to the rest of the team. Shout out to Danny. He got a battle coming up this week in prom night too. Queen of the Ring makes his Queen of the Ring debut. So me and Danny gonna get on a couple blogs this week before he locks in. Um, and then we got the NBA show coming up this Tuesday coming up. So make sure you go check that out. And yeah, man. But besides that, we'll definitely see you guys on Tuesday.
No doubt. Shout out to Keo, man. He came through. I know we went a little overtime, came on a little late, but
Hey, we still got
nonetheless,
people tuning in, man.
hey, facts. We appreciate y'all too. We came on a little late. Normally we come on a little earlier. So if anybody wants to tune in a little earlier, y'all definitely, be ready for next Sunday. We will be more prepared next week. We kind of got thrown off by a couple of things on the outside that y'all don't know about, but we will do better next week. Hopefully we help you line up. Again, subscribe to MBS Central. Go check out the TikTok page, man. MBS.Central on TikTok. We're gonna put like little short videos on there for y'all. As your boy, I picked Illinois to knock off Nebraska, the only one in the squad. It just is what it is, Kill. But last but not least, if you lose today, you have nobody but to blame but yourself. But if you win, like Drake said, man, thank us later. Stardom Cinema Show, MBS, Drake, the Sports Junkie. As Keo, we out. Peace.
Peace.